Assalamu alaikum, dear students. This is Imran Samandry, and today we are going to learn about narration. What is narration? Narration is something that is narrated, or to describe something, or to tell something to third person. We have two ways to narrate something. One is direct speech, and the other one is indirect speech. First of all, what is direct speech? Direct speech is that speech in which we quote the exact words of the speakers to the listener. Means that we have two people in the beginning. One person is delivering something to the second person. Then this second person, when he goes to deliver it to the third person, then he will change it into indirect speech. But before going into the changing direct speech into indirect speech, first of all, we are to learn how to write direct speech. Most of the time, it proves for the students very difficult that they cannot even differentiate which one is the correct sentence, which one is the correct direct speech. They don't know where to put commas, where to put full stops, and where to put inverted commas. So, in direct speech, we have two parts. One is a reporting speech, and the other one is a reported speech. What is reporting speech? A reporting speech is that portion of direct speech where someone is describing something, where someone is telling something to the second person. Then the second portion, which is called a reported speech. Why this portion is called reported speech? Because this is a message which is reported by this person. This message is delivered to third person, and therefore it is enclosed in inverted commas. These commas, they are called inverted commas. They are also called speech marks, quotation marks, or simply we can also say that these are quotes. So you are to keep this thing in your mind, that if the reporting speech comes in the beginning of the whole sentence, then we put comma after the reporting speech and starts the reported speech with inverted commas. Then, if this portion is an assertive sentence, like this, as it is here, it is a descriptive sentence. You are to learn this, that there are many types of sentences. For example, this one. This is a descriptive sentence. This is also called a declarative sentence. This is also called statement sentence. And this is also called simple sentence. For such sentences, you are to keep this thing in your mind, that you are to put full stop inside the inverted commas soon after the sentence is completed. One thing. Second thing, that you are to put comma after the reporting speech. And the most important thing, that is that you are to start this portion with the capital letter. Most of the time the students have been facing this problem, that they don't know that this is actually a new sentence. But sometimes it so happens that the direct speech is broken into two parts. Sentence, this is actually one sentence, but we have broken it into two parts. When we break it into two parts, then look the changes. The first portion is started with the capital letter. And the rest of the sentence, look at this one. Here we will put comma because the reported speech has come in the beginning of the sentence. When it comes in the beginning of the sentence, we will put comma here. Second thing, look at this one. She said. This is a small letter. And then call me. This is the part of this one. Therefore, it doesn't start with capital letter. So you are to keep this in your mind. Just look into this one where we have two different sentences in one direct speech. Like this. I am tired. Put comma here. Inverted commas are enclosed. She said, then comma, and then we have another sentence. Totally different sentence from this one. And therefore we have started it with the capital letter. Let's stay at home. And then we put full stop in the beginning, at the end of the sentence. And then we have enclosed it. So this is how you people are to learn this thing and to keep it in your mind. For example, you people will be given 4 sentences in your competitive exams. That which one is correctly written in these sentences. So, if you have learned these things, that how to start a direct speech, where to write capital letter, where to put commas, where to put full stops, then you will simply and very easily differentiate it from the rest of the sentences. Now, we have learned how to write assertive sentence in direct speeches. Now look into this one. We have a question, an interrogative sentence. He said, you are to put comma here, start the interrogative sentence with capital letter inside the inverted commas, or you can say speech marks or quotation marks. Do you want to go to cinema? Then put sign of interrogation. Look at this one. This is an exclamatory sentence. He shouted, comma, hurry up, and then put sign of exclamation at the end of the sentence. And then put the commas. Look at to this one where we have written the reported part in the beginning of the sentence and then the reporting speech. Look, let's go to the cinema. We have put comma here because you cannot put full stop here. If you put full stop here, it will be considered wrong. So put comma here, and then he said full stop. So this is how to write direct speeches. Now I am to tell you something about special words which are used in direct speeches, mostly in newspapers and some other writings, like reply into reply, it will be changed, admit will be changed into admitted, comment, commented. For example, look into this one. I really don't like her dress. Put comma here. She commented. It means here that she has commented on her dress. Look into this one. I don't like you anymore. Here, the speaker, the person who is reporting the message, who is telling you something, is admitting that I don't like you anymore. And the rest of the rules will be the same, that you will put comma at the end of the sentence inside the inverted commas and full stop at the end of the reporting speech. It doesn't matter whether it comes at the end of the sentence or in the beginning of the sentence. If you have learned it, where to put full stop and where to put comma, it will not make a difference for you. Now, we will change some of the assertive sentences into indirect speeches. But what changes are made while changing direct speech into indirect speech? The first change that will occur will be change of pronoun. How to change pronoun in direct speeches. It will be as such that we will use this formula, son by 1, 2, 3. What does it mean? If we have first person pronoun in the reported area, in the reported speech, we will change it into the subject of the reporting speech. For example, look into this one. This sentence, he said to me, comma, I am a doctor. Now look, it will be changed into told. Some of the students are asking about this, that why do we use said in direct speech and why do we use told in indirect speech? So for this, I am to tell you that whenever we are telling something about exact words of the speaker, the expression of the speaker, when we use the exact, or when we are quoting something, then we will use said instead of told. But we use told or tell in this portion in indirect speeches because it is converted here into a description, into a story. Therefore we use this one. This is special only for the exact words of the speaker. When the exact words of the speakers are quoted, we use said instead of tell. But when we change it into indirect speech, we use tell or told. Now, how to change first person pronoun? Look, it will be changed according to the subject of the reporting speech. What is the subject? Here, he is the subject of the reporting speech. So it will become he. And the next thing that you are to do is to omit commas. And for that purpose, you will do what? You will use that. To omit commas. Now look, it will become he. Change of tense will also be used here because this portion is in the past indefinite tense. If this portion is in future indefinite or in present indefinite tense, then the tense of this portion will not be changed. It will remain the same. But here the case is different. We have past indefinite tense in the reporting area. Therefore, we will change the tense of this portion. How to change it? I will tell you. Now look, he will be changed, will be followed by an auxiliary verb in the past indefinite by was. It will become was. And the rest of the sentence will remain the same. Look, no commas, no inverted commas. Now look at the second person pronoun. When we have second person pronoun in the reporting speech, in the reported speech, we will change it according to the object of the reporting speech. But there you have to note one thing. Sometimes it so happens that we don't have me. Then what we will do? Look, we have an object here in the reporting portion, me. So we can easily convert it. But sometimes we don't have an object here. In such cases, the object will be implied. The object will be implied. By implied, I mean that you can change the second person pronoun according to the context. What is the context? What you comprehend, what you learn, what you can think, what could be the possible object here. So it depends upon the context. You have to peep into the context. But here we don't need to peep into the context because we have an object here. Me is the object, so we will change it according to me. So you will become I. Now look, that will be used to omit commas, and I will be also used instead of you, because we have learnt in this portion that second person pronoun will be changed according to the object of the reporting speech. So it will become I, because we have subjective case here. So whatever the case is here in this portion, you will use the same case of pronoun here in this portion. Sometimes the objective case is used here and the students use a subjective case, which makes the difference. So here we have subjective case, we will use subjective case of first person pronoun. Now here you is followed by the auxiliary verb are, but I will be followed by am, but no am. We have this portion in the past indefinite tense, therefore it will be followed by was rather than by am. I was a doctor. Full stop. Then if we have third person pronoun in the reported speech, then look at, if we have third person pronoun in the reported speech, it will not be changed, it will remain the same. So third person pronoun is not going to be changed. For example, he said to me, he is a doctor. Now look, he told me that he was a doctor. So here third person pronoun is not changed, it will remain the same. And the rest of the sentence, look, that here he starts with the capital letter, but here it is changed into small letter, because here it comes in the middle of the sentence. Now I was telling you about the second person pronoun when we don't have an object here, how we will change second person pronoun in the direct speech. Now look, if we don't have any context, we don't know about the context, we can change second person pronoun according to our own will. Just like this one, he said, you are a doctor. So here we can take it for me as an object. He told me. So it depends on you. If you are going to take it for him, you can take it, but I am going to take it for me, that I was a doctor. But sometimes the context is known, like in this sentence. The Holy Prophet said to the people of Makkah, comma, then you have certain rights over your wives, full stop. Here the context is absolutely known. The people of Makkah, they are the people to whom the Holy Prophet delivered his last sermon. Although it was for all the humanity, for all the Muslims, but at that time there were only the Makkans, they were present over there. So look into this one. The Holy Prophet told the people of Makkah that. Now here the second person pronoun will be changed according to the people of Makkah. So here it will become they. It will become third person pronoun. And the tense of the reported speech will also be changed. I will tell you about it, how to change the tenses of the reported speech. Accordingly, I will tell you inshallah. Now look, they had certain rights over their wives. Look into the above sentence, we have your here, but here we have changed it into their, because here the people of Makkah are meant. This was our introductory class to narration. Inshallah, in the next lecture we will do how to change the tenses of the reported or the direct speeches, and how to change the special words which are very much important to know. So inshallah we will meet very soon. Thank you very much.